Okay, I'm back, y'all, in Divinely Grateful Risings. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to Bible Clarity, y'all. Y'all know we are here to read the word, discuss the word, and build relationship with the Lord. Reading the Bible, 2 chapters at a time. We are in the book of Ezra, Ezra 7 and 8. I didn't got so invested in it. I don't even know how many days I'm gonna record until I'm tired of reading the Bible because this thing got good. Okay, listen. If you new to the Bible Clarity community, welcome. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. Y'all, like the live, share the love, drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance and let's talk about Ezra 7 and 8. So they just got done celebrating the Passover. Okay, they've rebuilt the temple, they're dedicated the temple, celebrated the Passover, and now Ezra is arriving in Jerusalem. Ezra 7 and 8. That's what we're covering today. Ola do it. Here we go. Many years later, during the reign of King Artaxerxes of Persia, there was a man named Ezra. He was the son of Sariah, son of Azariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Shallum, son of Zadok, son of Ahitub, son of Amariah, son of Azariah, son of Maroth, son of Zerahiah, son of Uzi, son of Buki, son of Abishua, son of Phinehas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron, the high priest. So they giving his backstory. So ultimately, he a descendant of Aaron. Okay, I'm back. Listen, this Ezra was a scribe who was well versed in the law of Moses, which the Lord, the God of Israel, had given to the people of Israel. He came up to Jerusalem from Babylon, and the king gave him everything he asked for because the gracious hand of the Lord his God was on him. Some of the people of Israel, just got to chill, some of the people of Israel, as well as some of the priests, Levites, singers, gatekeepers, and temple servants, traveled up to Jerusalem with him in the 7th year of King Artaxerxes' reign. Ezra arrived in Jerusalem in August of that year. He had arranged to leave Babylon on April the 8th. The first day of the new year. Oh, okay, my bad. He had arranged to leave Babylon on April the 8th, the first day of the new year, and he arrived in Jerusalem on August the 4th. For the gracious hand of his God was on him. This was because Ezra had determined, I pop word of the week from last week, when by the time y'all see this, to study and obey the law of the Lord and to teach those decrees and regulations to the people of Israel. Artaxerxes' letter to Ezra. King Artaxerxes had given a copy of the following letter to Ezra. Why is my pen acting up? The priest and scribe who studied and taught the commands and decrees of the Lord of Israel. From Artaxerxes, the king of kings, to Ezra the priest, the teacher of the law of the God of heaven. Greetings. I declare that any of the people of Israel in my kingdom, including the priests and Levites, may volunteer to return to Jerusalem with me. I and my council of 7 hereby instruct you to conduct an inquiry into the situation in Judah and Jerusalem based on your God's law, which is in your hand. We also commission you to take with you silver and gold, which we are freely presenting as an offering to the God of Israel who lives in Jerusalem. Furthermore, you are to take any silver and gold that you may obtain from the province of Babylon, as well as the voluntary offerings of the people and the priests that are presented for the temple of their God in Jerusalem. These donations are to be used specifically for the purchase of bulls, rams, male lambs, and the appropriate grain offerings and liquid offerings, all of which will be offered on the altar of the temple of your God in Jerusalem. Any silver and gold that is left over may be used in whatever way you and your colleagues feel is the will of your God. But as for the cups we are entrusting to you for the service of the temple of your God, deliver them all to the God of Jerusalem. If you need anything else for your God's temple or for any similar needs, you may take it from the royal treasury. I, Artaxerxes the king, hereby send this decree to all the treasurers in I'm back. In the province west of the Euphrates River. You were to give Ezra the priest, the teacher message of the law of God of heaven, whatever he requests of you. You were to give him up to 7,500 pounds of silver, 500 bushels of wheat, 550 gallons of wine, 550 gallons of olive oil, and an unlimited supply of salt. Be careful to provide whatever the God of heaven demands for his temple, for why should we risk bringing God's anger against the realm of the king and his sons? I also decree that no priest, Levite, singer, gatekeeper, temple servant, or other worker in this temple of God will be required to pay tribute, customs, or tolls of any kind. You better say blessed. And you, Ezra, are to use the wisdom your God has given you to appoint magistrates and judges who know your God's laws to govern all the people in the province west of the Euphrates River. Teach the law to anyone who does not know it. Anyone who refuses to obey the law of your God and the law of the king will be punished immediately, either by death, banishment, confiscation of goods, or imprisonment. Ezra praises the Lord. Praise the Lord, the God of our ancestors, who made the king want to beautify the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem. And praise him for demonstrating such unfailing love to me by honoring me before the king, his council, and all his mighty nobles. I felt encouraged because the gracious hand of the Lord my God was on me. And I gathered some of the leaders of Israel to return with me to Jerusalem. So we have a box here as we get ready to start at 8. Let's read it. Opportunities. It was not a small problem that Ezra and the Israelites were en route back to their homeland when they discovered there was not a Levite among them. The Levites were members of the tribe of Levi, and they alone were entrusted with the daily sacrifices and rituals of worship. Without their service, the spiritual life of the nation was hamstrung. This was such a crucial issue that Ezra recruited Levites from another settlement. The New Testament teaches that God has given each member of his family a unique ability to contribute to his kingdom. Romans 12:4-8. What are your gifts and what opportunities have prevented themselves to you in the last week, month, or year? Y'all y'all throw the whole Bible away. Don't do that. I'm just listen. I can't make this up. Y'all know it's a figure of speech for me. Y'all, what is happening? Y'all, I can't make this up. Y'all already know why. I'm like, what is going on? Okay, this is just too much. Exiles who returned with Ezra. Y'all, this is just too much. And I just love Lord Daddy. He be knowing stuff. Here is a list, oh Lord, of the family leaders and the genealogies of those who came with me from Babylon during the reign of King Artaxerxes. Pause. This is like the first person. Like Ezra, starting with this, Ezra praises the Lord, is speaking in the first person. This is the first time that's ever happened since we've been reading in the Bible. Okay, we go. From the family of Phinehas, Gershom. From the family of Ithamar, Daniel. From the family of David, Hattush, a descendant of Shechaniah, my bad. From the family of Parash, Zechariah, and 150 other men. From the family of Pahath Moab, Elihunai, son of Zerahiah, and 200 other men. From the family of Zattu, Shechaniah, son of Jehaziel, and 300 other men. From the Aden, Ebed, son of Jonathan, and 50 other men. From the family of Elam, Jeshiah, son of Athaliah, and 70 other men. From the family of Shephatiah, Zebediah, son of Michael, and 80 other men. From the family of Joab, Obadiah, son of Jehiel, and 218 other men. From the family of Bani, Shelemith, son of Josephiah, and 160 other men. From the family of Bebai, Zechariah, son of Bebai, and 28 other men. From the family of Azgad, Johanan, son of Hakatan, and 110 other men. From the family of Adonikam, who came later, Eliphalet, Juel, Shemaiah, and 60 other men. From the family of Bigbai, Uthai, Zakur, and 70 other men. Ezra's journey to Jerusalem. I assembled the exiles at the Ahava Canal, and we were camped there for 3 days while I went over the list of the people and the priests who had arrived. I found that not one Levite had volunteered to come along. So I sent for Eliezer, Ariel, Shemaiah, Elnathan, Jareb, Nathan, Zechariah, and Meshullam, who were leaders of the people. I also sent for Jorib, and Elnathan, who were men of discernment. I sent them to Edo, the leader of the Levites, at Casaphia, to ask him and his relatives and the temple servants to send us ministers for the temple of God at Jerusalem. Since the gracious hand of our God was on us, they sent us a man named Sherebiah, along with 18 of his sons and brothers. He was a very astute man and a descendant of Mali, who was a descendant of Levi, son of Israel. They also sent Hashabiah together with Jeshiah from the descendants of Merari, and 20 of his sons and brothers, and 220 temple servants. The temple servants were assistants to the Levites, a group of temple workers first instituted by King David and his officials. They were all listed by name. And there by the Ahava Canal, I gave orders for all of us to fast and humble ourselves before our God. We prayed that that He would give us a safe journey and protect us, our children, and our goods as we travel. For I was ashamed to ask the king for soldiers and horsemen to accompany us and protect us from enemies along the way. After all, we had told the king, our God's hand of protection is on all who worship him, but his fierce anger rages against those who abandon him. So we fasted and earnestly prayed that our God would take care of us, and he heard our prayer. I appointed 12 leaders of the priests, Sherebiah, Hashabiah, and 10 other priests, to be in charge of transporting the silver, the gold bowls, and the other items that the king, his council, his officials, and all the people of Israel had presented for the temple of God. I weighed the treasure as I gave it to them and found the totals to be as follows: 24 tons of silver, 7,500 pounds of silver articles, 7,500 pounds of gold, 20 gold bowls equal in value to 1,000 gold coins, 2 fine articles of polished bronze as precious as gold. And I said to these priests, you and these treasures have been set apart as holy to the Lord. This silver and gold is a voluntary offering to the Lord, the God of our ancestors. Guard these treasures well until you present them to the leading priests, the Levites, and the leaders of Israel, who will weigh them at the storerooms of the Lord's temple in Jerusalem. So the priests and the Levites accepted the task of transporting these treasures of silver and gold to the temple of our God in Jerusalem. We broke camp at the Ahava Canal on April 19th and started off to Jerusalem. And the gracious hand of our God protected us and saved us from enemies and bandits along the way. So we arrived safely in Jerusalem, where we rested for 3 days. On the 4th day after our arrival, the silver, gold, and other valuables were weighed at the temple of our God and entrusted to Meremoth, son of Uriah, the priest, and to Eleazar, son of Phinehas, along with Josabad, son of Jeshua, and Nodiah, son of Benu, both of whom were Levites. Everything was accounted for by number and weight, and the total weight was officially recorded. Then the exiles who had come out of captivity sacrificed burnt offerings to the God of Israel. They presented 12 bulls for all the people of Israel, as well as 96 rams and 77 male lambs. They also offered 12 male goats as a sin offering. All this was given as a burnt offering to the Lord. The king's decrees were delivered to his highest officers, and the governors of the province were of the Euphrates, west of the Euphrates River, who then cooperated by supporting the people and the temple of God. The end. So Ezra is giving a first person account of going back to Jerusalem. So let's see what the message is. Matthew 7:12. So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law of the prophets. Love our neighbors, right? Be good to each other. I think that's a blessing for all of us, is just to be good to each other, and treat people how you want to be treated, right? That ultimately is the goal. And I feel like if you just continue to abide by that and just know how you want to be treated, y'all, we just got to treat each other right. And that's pretty much the bottom line for that, right? Do the right thing. Be a person of integrity. Make sure that you're doing don't do things that you wouldn't want done to you. I do briefly want to mention this opportunities box is really tripping me out, because as y'all know, I've had some opportunities that have presented themselves. By the time y'all see this is next week, but the day that I'm recording this, which is 10/1, I literally have had opportunities that have been presented this whole week. And so I'm excited. Y'all know I often say that there are certain parts of the word that I feel like I am walking out. Like I literally am like just different things in my own life where I can see certain things reflected. And so I received this, right? I received this. So that's it. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose and on purpose. And I'll see y'all on the next